Good morning. Yes, we'll have tributes to Murray Walker in sport. Plus, all eyes are on the Grand Slam for Wales.
Hello, lots to get through this morning, starting with the obvious one. Goodbye to Murray Walker.
I know, it's such sad news because obviously he came across as such a genuine and enthusiastic man, so well respected in Formula One and across all motorsports, really. And yes, very sad news that he has passed away. And the world of Formula One is paying tribute to what they're calling the voice of the sport, Murray Walker, who, as we've been hearing this morning, passed away last night. After more than 40 years in broadcasting, his voice is one of the most recognisable in sport. World champion. And some more sad news to bring you, this time from the world of boxing overnight. Former middleweight world champion Marvellous Marvin Hagler has died at the age of 66. On to rugby, and the Grand Slam is still on for Wales after a thumping victory over Italy. 7 tries for them in Rome, while England left it late to beat France at Twickenham. Our sports correspondent Jo Wilson watched both matches. And Scotland play Ireland later on today. Now, Lee Westwood will go head-to-head with American Bryson DeChambeau once again this evening, this time at the Players' Championship in Florida. Now, the Premier League title looks like it might be heading back to the trophy cabinet at Manchester City. Pep Guardiola's side are now 17 points clear at the top of the table after a 3-0 win over Fulham. 4 more Premier League matches today, including the North London derby. But before that, Paul Heckingbottom will take charge of Sheffield United for the first time after Chris Wilder's sacking was confirmed. Now, at just 24 hours, Salford City's reign as EFL trophy winners will possibly be one of the shortest ever in sport. Yesterday afternoon, they beat Portsmouth 4-2 on penalties at Wembley in the final, which was delayed from last year. Very cruel, isn't it?
It's just so cruel.
Have that, not in front of fans either, winning that trophy and then having to hand it back in a day.
You've barely settled it on the mantelpiece and it's time to
haven't even finished the
again.
booze as well, all that fizz.
Thank you, Jane.
Good morning. We'll have tributes from the world of Formula One for Murray Walker, plus just one more win needed for Wales.
Well, remembering Murray Walker this morning, do you know, I was thinking this morning, it says something about him and his career. Even people like myself who don't know anything about motorsport still recognise that voice.
Absolutely. And, Nina, he retired 20 years ago.
Wow.
Exactly.
Wow.
And yet his voice is just synonymous with the sport, isn't it? Yes, the voice of Formula One, Murray Walker, has died, aged 97. He worked for both the BBC and ITV in a commentary career spanning more than 50 years before his retirement in 2001. Walker delighted the sports fans with his fast-paced, excitable style of commentary, which we can listen to now. The illustrious Murray Walker. Well, someone who knew Murray Walker very well and got to work with him covering Formula One and other motorsports is Steve Ryder, who we can speak to now. Very warm welcome to you on BBC Breakfast, Steve. He was known for being such a professional, wasn't he? But we heard the emotion in his voice when he talked about Damon Hill winning the championship just then. Is that why he was such a loved broadcaster? Knew him through working with him, but what was he like as a person, Steve?
He was generous.
Moments in the sport, some tragic ones too, and none more so than the death of Ayrton Senna. How difficult did he find that?
He was magnificent.
Genuinely, that he was such a professional. But what would you say, looking back on his career, was maybe your favourite moment, whether it be his commentary or a moment just on the track as a person?
Pleasure, Jay.
Murray Walker, who's died at the age of 97. And of course, some more sad news to bring you, unfortunately. The boxer Marvin Hagler has also died. News coming to us this morning. That's your sport.
Thank you, Jane. Did you hear that about Murray Walker?
Incredible story.
The Premier League title looks like it's heading back to the trophy cabinet at Manchester City. Pep Guardiola's side are now 17 points clear at the top of the table after a 3-0 win over Fulham. Sergio Aguero's 4 more Premier League games today, including the North London derby. But before that, Paul Heckingbottom will take charge of Sheffield United for the first time after Chris Wilder's sacking was confirmed. And finally, Lee Westwood will go head-to-head with American Bryson DeChambeau once again this evening, but this time at the Players' Championship in Florida. That's all the sport for now, but now with the papers, it's Ben.